I'm honored to have you here, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome to another exciting video, where we'll be shedding light on Næsbyholm. Næsbyholm is a manor house and estate located east of Tybjerg Lake, between Sorø and Glumsø, in Næstved Municipality, some southwest of Copenhagen, Denmark. Since 1610, Næsbyholm and Bavelse have had the same owners. The three-winged Dutch Renaissance-style main building was reconstructed after fires in 1932 and 1947, incorporating elements from 1585. It is now used as a venue for weddings, conferences, and other events. The scenic park was laid out in the 18th century. The Næsbyholm-Bavelse estate covers of land 2012, of which approximately half is forest. Let's now venture into the realm of early history and explore the fascinating intricacies it holds. In the Middle Ages, Næsbyholm was an ordinary farm owned by Anders Olafsson. It was granted status of a manor at some point during the reign of Margrethe I after Olafsson had acquired more land in the area from the Diocese of Roskilde in exchange of property elsewhere. In the 15th and early 16th century, the owners of Næsbyholm were in conflict with the crown several times. In 1509, King John confiscated a stake in the estate, which was soon thereafter sold to Torben Ox. He unsuccessfully tried to gain full ownership of the estate. His deceit was disclosed, but he was never punished. His contemporary, Paul Helldesen, wrote about Ox that he was a man of many vices, violent and oppressive to others, and would have been a no better tyrant than Christian too, had he been as powerful as he is gruesome and godless. Turning our focus to Rosenkrantz and Bray families, let's explore its key elements. In 1513, Næsbyholm was instead acquired by Otholderson Rosenkrantz. On his death in 1525, Næsbyholm passed to his son Otto Ottesen Rosenkrantz. During the Count's feud, Næsbyholm was plundered by the townspeople of Skolska and may have been left uninhabited for a while. When Ottesen Rosenkrantz died from plague in Lübeck in 1557, Næsbyholm passed to his daughter Birgit Ottsatter Rosenkrantz. In 1575, she married Steen Ottesen Bray, a diplomat and advisor both to Frederik II and Christian IV. In 1581, Bray also purchased Bregentford. Bray had been rewarded with a number of royal fiefs. Steen Bray constructed a new main building in 1585 and also increased the size of the estate through the acquisition of more land. However, Birgit Rosenkrantz Bray died in labor shortly after the new main building had been completed, and her husband then moved away from the estate but nonetheless kept it until his death. Bray's second wife brought Beritskov and Bradskov in Jutland into the marriage. He also inherited Tersel Sigurd on Zealand, Vedholm on Funen, and Ingelsholm in Jutland. Steen Bray's many estates were after his death divided between his heirs. Næsbyholm and Tersel Sigurd went to his son Otsteensen Bray. His eldest brother Jørgen Steensen Bray was given Vedholm. Erik Steensen Bray received Bregentford but instantly sold it, and the daughter Birgit Steenstatter Bray received Beritskov og Barsens. Otsteensen Bray increased the size of the Næsbyholm estate even further. He died on the estate in 1761. Neither of his two daughters survived him, and his estates were therefore passed to his only grandson, Otto Christopher Ulfeldt, but he died at just 17 years old a few years later. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore Bjelke family through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. In 1763, Næsbyholm, Bavelse and Tersel Sigurd were all purchased by Admiral of the Realm Henrik Bjelke. Also in 1663, Frederik II granted a property north of Copenhagen to Bjelke, and it was later named Edelgave after his wife Edel Ulfeldt. Bjelke retired from the Navy in 1679. He died in 1683 and was buried in Spie Church. Næsbyholm passed to his eldest son, Christian Frederik Bjelke, who was then only 13 years old. He joined the army a few years later, was promoted through the ranks, and ended up spending much of his time in foreign service abroad. He was severely wounded on 11 September 1708 during the conquest of Tournai and died from his injuries 3 days later. Get ready for a thought-provoking discussion as we delve into 1709-1720, a royal affair and its impact on our understanding. In 1709 and 1710, Næsbyholm and nearby Bavelse were acquired by Frederick IV for his mistress, Charlotte Helene von Schindel, who was given the title Countess of Frederiksholm. The relationship ended in 1711. Frederick entered into his relationship with Anne-Sophie Reventlow and ordered Charlotte Helene von Schindel to leave court for her estate in Sjælland. She initially stopped at Fyn and claimed to be pregnant with Frederick's child, but the pregnancy turned out to be false. Charlotte Helene von Schindel hosted a vivid social life at her estate and entered into a relationship with the noble Ernst Giblow, with whom she had a child. The couple tried to conceal the birth, but when the monarch was informed, they were given permission to marry, and did so on 9 February 1716. Næsbyholm and Bavelse reverted to the crown when the countship was dissolved. In the next segment, we'll be exploring changing owners and its implications for our subject matter. In 1720, Næsbyholm and Bavelse were sold to Peder Thott. He was succeeded on the estate by his son Otto Thott. Christian Siegfried von Plessen, the younger half-brother of Karl Adolf von Plessen and Christian Ludwig von Plessen, purchased Næsbyholm and Bavelse from Otto Thott's daughters in 1723. In 1645, Næsbyholm and Bavelse were acquired by Johann Ludwig Holstein and incorporated in the Countship of Ledreborg. In 1775, Johann Ludwig Holstein sold Næsbyholm and Bavelse to Karl Adolf Raben. His son, Frederick Sophus Raben, sold the estates in 1804. The new owner, Christian Conrad, Count of Daneskjold-Sams, was a very industrious landowner. He also purchased the estates Holmegård, Ravnstrup, Nordfeld, Olksgård and Rosendal. He embraced new legislation for rural affairs and went further than the law required. He encouraged forestry and horticulture on his domains. To facilitate transportation of timber from his forest at Næsbyholm, he canalized the Sus River from Bavelse to Næstved. This Daneskjold Canal was inaugurated on 11 September 1812. Daneskjold-Sams was, however, hit hard by the agricultural crisis that followed the war with England and the national bankruptcy of 1913. The government took over his estates 1 year after his death. Welcome to the next segment, where we explore a present Ronnenkamp family and its significance in our journey. In 1836, Næsbyholm was sold to Christian Ronnenkamp. He was the son of a merchant from Flensburg but had moved to Copenhagen in an early age where he had made a fortune on speculative investments during the war years. He now settled on his estates and managed them himself. Ronnenkamp had no children and therefore left his estates to his wife's grandson, P. Christian Houwen, who assumed the last Houwen Ronnenkamp. He constructed new farm buildings and redesigned the garden. The eldest of his 4 daughters, Jessie, married Mogens Holck in 1910. They would later use Næsbyholm as a summer residence alongside Copenhagen. The manor was again hit by fire in 1732 and again in 1947, but both times reconstructed in its original style. In 1948, Hesse Holck ceded Næsbyholm to her son Mogens Preben Christian Eiler Holck. He owned it until 1975. Let's zoom in on architecture and understand its implications. The manor house is known for the Næsbyholm ceiling, originally decorated with 4 allegorical frescoes of the 4 seasons, of which only winter and spring have survived. Brace yourself for a deep dive into today as we explore its impact and relevance in our evolving narrative. Næsbyholm is today owned by Mogens Holck, who resides at Bavelse. Næsbyholm is managed as an event venue by Morten and Crystal Lund. The largest room seats 120 people at long tables and 100 people at round tables. It has 29 double rooms and 1 single room. Let's now venture into the realm of cultural references and explore the fascinating intricacies it holds. Næsbyholm was used as a location in the television series Heartless. Now, let's delve into the intricacies of list of owners and explore its various aspects. Anders Olafsson Lunge, unknown Jeb Anderson Lunge, Elitz Gensatter Lunge, and thinking of Lawrence Excelson thought Karen Eriksatter thought Niepert's Honspile Axel Lawrenson thought Margrethe Lawrenson thought Ingeborg Lawrenson thought 1509 The Crown Torben Ox Ott Holderson Rosenkrantz Ott Ottisen Rosenkrantz Birgit Ott Statter Brahen Rosenkrantz Steen Ottisen Brahe Ott Steensen Brahe Otto Christopher Alfelt Henrik Bielk Christian Frederick Bielk The Crown Charlotte Helene Born Schindel The Crown Peder Thott Otto Thott Dorothea Thott Anna Thott Christian Siegfried von Plessen Johann Ludwig Holstein Christian Frederick Holstein Karl Adolf Raben Frederick Siffus Raben Christian Conrad Count of Daniskjold Sounds Estate of Christian Conrad Siffus Daniskjold Sounds Danish Government Christian Ronenkamp Jesse Caroline Ronenkamp Nhaven Estate of Jesse Caroline Ronenkamp Nhaven Peter Christian Haven Ronenkamp Jesse Holt Nhaven Ronenkamp Mogens Pben Christian Isla Haven Ronenkamp Hulk Carl Mogens Haven Ronenkamp Hulk. I appreciate your time and I'm grateful for every like, comment, and share.